Hear me out. Throughout my years, I've lived in several different cities and states. My life has been, rough, but at times it's been peaceful. I would look at my life as being like a roller coaster. It has its ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? And I can say like throughout these recent years, I've been more stable than I've ever been in life. If there's a thing called stability as far as dealing with American society. And I can tell you, when I look at other people's videos about Charlotte, I get a chance to look at their perspective, the way that they're living their life in Charlotte in comparison to mine. And I can be honest with you, what I'm saying? Like, if you're looking for somewhat of the fast life, kind of like, going out on the weekends and, going to bars and restaurants and having things to do, there's a little of that in Charlotte. If you're looking, for the whole family type environment, you know what I'm saying? You want to go to the amusement park on the weekends, when it's hot, Carowinds is available. You want to go to Whitewater Park, they have Frankie's. I think Frankie's is basically everywhere. They have, what's that place? I forgot what it's called. I still got $81 on my card. It's like Frankie's, but it's like kind of like a knockoff. They have one in Pineville and Spare Time. I think that's what it's called. They have one in Pineville and they have one in Huntersville. They have the little aquarium that's not like Georgia Aquarium, so don't get it twisted and don't get your hopes up high. But they have a little aquarium in Concord Mills, you know what I'm saying, that you can take your children to look at the fish and sharks and stuff like that. And then they have the little, the carts and stuff that you can, drive and stuff like that. You understand? So they have, family things for families to do here. You understand? It's a lot of things to do and a lot of lives that people live in Charlotte. Different lives, that is. You see what I'm saying? So just because, you may look at my videos, and you may see how I live and what I like and what I don't like, doesn't mean that it's going to be the same way for you. In other words, what I'm telling you is, don't look at my videos and make an ultimate decision to move here or not to move here. Because you don't know. You really don't know until you come down here and you stay down here for a couple of days how you may like it or may not like it. Because all of these Charlotte videos is just one's perspective. That's it. There's no right or wrong to any of these videos that we do as YouTubers. Our mission, our goal is just to give you all our point of view. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Straight up. So if you look at my videos, right, you'll see that there's a there's a consistency when talking about the gym, vegetarian foods, dishes and stuff like that. I'm not the one that goes out and eat. I'm a little bit family orientated, you know what I'm saying? Like I do things with my family, but then also I like doing things on my own as well. So if you're looking at things through my eyes, right? And you're young. Let's say, for example, you're in your 20s. You would think Charlotte is kind of boring. Because, let's be real with you. I'm going to be real with you. I don't go out to the restaurants. I don't go out to the clubs. I don't go to the strip clubs. I don't do any of that stuff. You understand? So if you're strictly looking at my videos alone, you're not going to get any of that. So you would think that Charlotte doesn't have that type of stuff. But it does. You can go to a fancy restaurant on the rooftop of one of these buildings in Uptown. You can. You can live in Uptown. Be on the 20th. Matter of fact, the View, condos, apartment homes, whatever they call it, in Uptown, they got the building goes up to the 55th floor. So whatever type of lifestyle that you want to live, this may not be like in New York or Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, or Chicago or Los Angeles, but it has a little bit of everything in it. But you have to come down here, pause, in order to see it, in order to say, you know what, this is the right fit for me. Plain and simple. If you get my perspective alone, it's and you're not into what I'm into, everybody's not into working out. Everybody's not into getting into shape, and looking out for their health and shit like that. And you know what? You have every right to be that way. If you a couch potato, you have every right to be that way. You know what I hate about people, man? And if I come off that way, I apologize. But you know what I hate about people? When people try to dictate or tell you what to do or how to run your life. I hate people like that. You understand? Like, I remember one day I was in the steam room, right? No, it was the sun, I'm sorry. And I was talking to this older black dude, and he was, talking about, the housing market or whatever have you. And I just basically told him, I'm not looking for a house to buy because I don't want to get strapped down in Charlotte or anywhere that I may not want to be for the next 20, 30 years, right? And you know what he told me? He was like, yo, I don't respect a man that doesn't own a house. And you know what, out of respect, he was an older man, out of respect, I wanted to curse his ass out, but I said it in the most respectful way. I said, you know what? That's cool if you don't respect a man that doesn't own a house, but that's not telling me anything. You're not saying anything to me because I don't live for you. And then I said, and I tried to school him. I was like, yo, just think about it like this. This is disrespectful what you said. Just think about it like this. How many push-ups can you do? And he was like, I think he said 10 or 15. I said, well, I don't respect anyone that doesn't do more than 30, that can't do more than 30 push-ups. How do you feel about that? I don't think that you're a man if you can't do more than 30 push-ups. And then he kind of paused, and it was like, he kind of got it, but then again, he still was on his ignorant shit. But I hate people like that. You can live your life however you want to live it. Straight up. Just because I'm on some conscious shit and I'm concerned about, what's going on in the world and today's society, and I'm looking at the news and, I'm focused. It doesn't mean that you got to be that way. Just because I'm sitting at home, like this past weekend, I looked at on Netflix, I looked at what's that joint called? The Western joint. I thought it was gonna be way more better than what it was. And the reality of it, and I ain't trying to like go on a tangent with this, but I just gotta say this real quick. With the Harder They Fall, that's what it's called, with Idris Elba, right? The person that stood out the most to me was Regina King. She played her part like, and it looks like it's gonna be a part 2. Hopefully part 2 will be better than part 1. But I heard, so much about the movie, and then I sit down and take the time out to look at it, and I'm like, yo, you gotta be kidding me. The plot was not even like, come on. I mean, the only way that I could see someone saying that movie was good is because of the fighting scenes, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? But Regina did play her part. But let me get back to the point. So, just past weekend, I just sat in the house and watched, Netflix movie, The Harder They Fall. And that was it. That's something that you may not want to do. But guess what? If you want to do something, you want to go out, you young, you want to get into some things, you want to meet some new friends or a new girlfriend or whatever. You understand? It's available for you. I'm not the one to go chill in South Park. I mean, not South Park. Well, you can chill in South Park, but South Boulevard. You know what I'm saying? And South End. I'm not the one to do that. You know what I'm saying? But if it's a decent night when it's not cold, people be out there around Jenny's and that Chinese bar and all the rest of that stuff. And then they have like the vintage arcade like right up the street from there. You know, it's things to do. You know, North End always has things. And the reason why you all may think that is not that much to do in Charlotte, because you're looking at my videos and I don't really go anywhere. That plain and simple. But there's always things to do. You know, you got the Music Factory. They got little clubs and bars and restaurants and stuff like that. You got to understand one thing, yo. I've been there and I've done it. I've partied, I've drank, I've smoked weed, I've been in strip clubs. I've done it all. You understand? And now it's like, yo, this is what my next phase in life is. I want to island hop. Straight up, I want to be in a tropical environment where it never gets cold. And I just want to island hop. That's what I want to do. And, you know, like say for example, I'm living in Barbados. I'm just saying for an example, I'm living in Barbados. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, well, you know what? I'm going to go chill on the weekends at the Virgin Islands. I'm going to see what that's about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, where I'm at in life right now, I'm not even concerned about even going back to New York. Straight up, I don't want to, I've been there, done that, lived there, born there. You understand? What else? What could possibly be different? You understand? I mean, I haven't been in some years. So yeah, gentrification happened and they put up a few buildings, bulldoze a few more, and that's going on everywhere. Overall, you know, New York is New York. It's gonna be that. So I'm not even like remotely like interested in going to New York. I'm just not. Like I had a ticket, no lie, this is my word. I had a ticket that I got like in June. Yeah, I think it was June. I was like, yo, man, I ain't been home in a minute. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 homes, well, really 3. You know, New York, no particular order, New York, Jamaica, Queens, New York, Durham, North Carolina. My mom's, you know, her family, well, my mom's and my mother's side of the family is Durham, and Charlotte, you know, where I reside right now. You understand? So I was like, yo, I ain't been home in a minute. Yo, I'm gonna go ahead and give me a ticket. And then I got a ticket, and you know, I talked to a family member, and the family member pissed me the fuck off. I ain't gonna even lie. And I changed my motherfucking ticket, and that's the reason why I got 2 Miami tickets. That plain and simple. So I was planning on going to New York, and then a family member pissed me off, and I was gonna stay with that particular family member, and I was like, man, fuck it, I'm not going to New York. Fuck that. So I'm not even interested on going further up north to visit and vacation and none of that. You understand? Like where I'm at, I'm really focused on like South Florida, on to Africa. Straight up. In between South Florida and Africa. So, of course, you got the Caribbeans all in that, right dead in the middle. That's where I'm at in life. Now, things may not work out the way I want it to work out. You understand? But for the most part, I want to be somewhere in the middle of South Florida and Africa. Or Africa. But as far as dealing with living in Charlotte and going out and going to the bars and all of that stuff, that's for young people. And the reason why it's for young people, because you all haven't experienced it the way I have. Once you get that going to clubs and strip clubs and bars and all that shit out of your system, you're gonna be just like me. For real. You're gonna be just like me. Because it gets played out. And I'm not lying. And I'm gonna tell you, like, seriously, I find myself cringing at, you know, the thought of going to a club. Not because I've been a million times. It's not just that. But just the whole thing of having to pay, let's say $20 to get inside a club that they got cheap ass. Man, okay, let's just say they got nice tables and chairs and shit like that. This is the reason why I really stopped going to the club for good. I was like, yo, I'm paying $20, $30 to get in the club, right? And then I gotta pay for overpriced beers. So that means I gotta get tore up before I get there. And now I gotta find me a designated driver. Ain't too many people that go to, you know, you got that one person that you could depend on that don't smoke or drink. But that person is not always available. So it's 5 or 6 of you all, and y'all want to go to the club. You want to get tore up or whatever, but you can't, because of course you can't drink and drive. But nowadays, it's a good thing because nowadays they have Uber and Lyft. They have it's several different ways that you can get home. You know what I'm saying? If you live in the uptown area, or along the line of the blue line or the red line, the new red line that they put up, as far as dealing with the light rail, that stops it up like 1 o'clock. You understand? So there's definitely different ways of getting home nowadays in 2021 that I didn't have when I was clubbing. You understand? But for the most part, let's just say you want to get in the car. You got to find you a designated driver. I'm not going through all of that shit. And then you get in the club, and you take 2-3 sips because you don't want to get but so twisted. You can't really enjoy yourself because you really want to get twisted. But you got these overpriced beers, and then you got these. Let me tell you something. I went to one of these clubs in Charlotte. I forgot the name of it. They didn't tear it down. They just, because it was like a lot of shootouts in the club, and it was a nice club. I don't recall. This was a couple years back. I don't recall them giving me watered down drinks, but I know definitely in Atlanta. And the bartender told me that. It bugged me out. I was in a club. They had this joint. God damn it, where was it at? What's the name of that goddamn area? I can't believe I forgot the damn area. Anyway, I was in Atlanta and went to this throwback club, and they was just playing all 90s music, right? The crazy thing about it, it's playing all 90s music, but I think my man and I, you know what I'm saying? Friend, we had to say that. I ain't gonna say my man and I, because then y'all, Atlanta, my man and I, things get all discombobulated and shit. But for the most part, my friend and I, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even know that he was taking me to the joint. But, we got there, and me and him, we were the oldest in the whole club. It was like 2 other people that were like our age. But for the most part, it was nothing but like chicks and dudes that was in their early 20s. That shit bugged me out. I'm drinking. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna give me a Long Island iced tea, right? I said, who could fuck up a Long Island iced tea, right? I get it. I'm taking them back to back. I'm saying to myself, I ain't catching nothing. No heat, no nothing. I ain't sweating or nothing. My upper lip ain't sweating. Nothing is going on, right? I go to the bartender, I'm like, yo, and then it dawned on me. I'm like, yo, this boy keep on giving me all this fucking ice, right? So I go to the bartender, I say, yo, listen, could you go get a little bit of heavy on the liquor and take off like 80% of that ice that you putting in the damn drink? She was like, yeah, well, I wanted to tell you, that's what we do down here in Atlanta. You got to be kidding me. Y'all give us all that ice? So I'm paying like, I think it was like $10, $12 or some shit like that. I'm paying for all this ice. Like, by the time, if she would have took out the ice, right? I think I did. I think I went and took the ice out. So it was a glass this big. That shit was that much when I took the ice out. That shit was crazy. But getting back to what I was saying, you know what I'm saying? So, you go to the club, have a drink or whatever have you, and my main objective, I don't know about you all, you know what I'm saying? My main objective, when I was going to the clubs, I'm trying to get numbers. I'm just being real. Like, seriously. I'm trying to get numbers. I'm trying to get me some pussy. I'm just being real with you. Like back in the days. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is, okay, I paid $30 to get in the club. I paid for a bunch of damn watered down drinks. So I spent damn near $100, right? And then, I might have a friend, you know what I'm saying? And I spread love, you understand? So if you fucking with me, I'm gonna be like, what you want? You say I want blah, 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 I'm gonna get you that, and that's on me. So I spend over $100 in the club. And I walk out with no numbers? That's crazy. Like, I should get my money back. There should be a contract before I walk into that club that states that, you're going to get 2 to 3 numbers in this club. Other than that, I could go home and get fucked up and turn the music all the way up as if I'm in a club and have me a little club inside my house. In other words, clubs ain't nothing but goddamn rip-offs. That's it. Now, as far as dealing with bars, that's something totally different. You know what I'm saying? Like, bars are rip-off too, because they sell you watered down drinks too. But you do have to me, in my opinion, you do have a little bit more fun. And there's bars every damn where in Charlotte. If you are alcoholic, you don't have to worry about finding any type of drinks in Charlotte. They got, matter of fact, Charlotte has its own like brewery thing, like where you can go. It's in South End. You can go and they got like 30 different things, sprouts or whatever, where you could just push the button and the beer come out. And most of the stuff is local beer. You know, because we have local breweries. I think I'm pronouncing it right. You understand? So you ain't got to worry about bars here. Like, there's a shitload of bars and sports bars and shit like that. You know, like, so, like, you could go there, you could look at the game and shit. Like, I've done that. I've done that, and I ain't gonna lie, I had some fun doing that. But for the most part, man, you know what I'm saying? You can find you here. You know, just take my videos and use them. Use them. Like, I haven't showed you all the nightlife and shit like that. I think I am. You know what I'm saying? I did, but I haven't really showed you all the nightlife. Not like the other channels that I've seen, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, just about, I'll say this is what I'm great for. Like, ain't nobody got shit on me when it comes to this. For the most part, I've showed you all of Charlotte. And the Charlotte videos that I've done, you know what I'm saying? I've showed you just about every part of Charlotte. In the videos that I've done, a tour around Charlotte's parts 1 through 76, I think I've showed you everything. That's one up I got on everybody that I haven't seen as of yet. I've showed you, and for those that haven't seen those videos, I'll leave the link of the playlist of a tour around Charlotte's parts 1 through 76, I think. I think it's 75, 76, around that number. In the comment section of this video. But that's the only thing I think I got the ups on everybody. I've showed you all every part of Charlotte that you can think of. You know, but yeah, man, you know, I'm gonna end this. For the most part, there's something here for you. You know, you just gotta find it. And just use my videos. Use, you know, everybody else's videos. And do your research. And take a trip down here. Spend a few days down here. And see how you like it. You know, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. You know, I just wish that I had that same type of, you know, like, persons, plural, you know, when I was moving up here, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, social media wasn't like that, you know. You know how you had YouTube and all of that shit, but people weren't like really like doing tours around Charlotte and showing people different places and shit like that. Like, if I had a me or someone else, I think, what's her name? Ejima, E-J-I-M-A. She's African. She's from Jersey, and I think she lives in South End. My man, I forgot his name. I apologize, but my man, Sir, I forgot your name, brother. But if I had him, and there's a couple other people, if I had, you know, all of those people when I was thinking about moving to Charlotte, I definitely would have made a better choice. Because originally, when I first moved here, I was going to be living off of East Independence Boulevard. And when I seen a gang sign and it said kinfolk and all of that shit, I was like, no. And I wind up moving to the university area, but some people claim it's not the university area, which is, it's right down the street from the University of Charlotte. That's the reason why they call it the university area. I was living right off of W.T. Harris. It's probably about 8 minutes away from the intersection of W.T. Harris and South Tryon. You know, where that whole park is, and the little lake that they have, and all of that stuff. Five Guys with Fries and all of that stuff. You catch train at right there. I was about 8 minutes from there, and then I was about 7 minutes from North Lake Mall. So I was like right in the middle. And then after that, I wound up moving to South Charlotte, Still Creek area. And then I moved to Atlanta, and then I moved back to the Still Creek area. That's one other thing, and then I'm done. It's because I live in the Still Creek area and I talk about it, that may not be your area. There's other places in Charlotte that I wouldn't necessarily live in, but you would. You understand? So put your best foot forward, and if it's something that you want to do, which is move to Charlotte, do your homework, look at the videos that I have, look at other people's videos, and then after that, take a trip down here, spend a couple of days down here, drive around, get lost, and see if it's for you. Other than that, my name is Langston2092. I want you to like, comment, subscribe, and definitely share this video.